Hello everyone, welcome. Tonight we're going to be doing a Chilean red. We're doing a Cabernet Sauvignon, which Chile's noted for. Cabernet Sauvignons are the kings in Chile. Now, we're doing, this is a 2017 100% organic wine, okay? And it's called Odfjell, okay? Armador. Now, the Amador in Spanish means ship owner, which the owner, Dan Odfjell, is. Odfjell is one of the largest, it's a very large shipping company, $1 billion company. And he purchased in 1982, he purchased this vineyard as a fruit farm in Chile. He loved the picturesque scenes. He just liked everything about it. The backdrop is the Andes Mountains. Okay, it's beautiful. It's snow-capped, and you got lush. And he does a lot of business in South America. And he always fell in love with the area. He doesn't live there, but it's a vacation home or a thing to have to run because he's busy with his business. Now, his other business, but what he did was he had his son Lawrence build. So they were in business. They were in the fruit business for 8 years. He didn't take a liking to it. So he said he'd like to be able to sell the finished product and sell instead of selling it to a middleman. So then he went in. He said, "Okay, let me do wines." So he wanted to do wines, and he went and he found himself a very good winemaker who was born in Bordeaux, France, and studied in Bordeaux, France. So he went and hired our new hero, and he hired him out of France, and he's been there and he's still there. He came in 92, 91, and they planted their first vines. So they bought it and they planted their first vines, and when he came in 91, 92, they planted them. This first wine was produced in the year 1999. Now, right out of the chute, they got good results, and they were rated anywhere as 88, 90, and a 91. They make like 3 or 4 different wines, and they all did very well. What he did is, and then in 98, well, before he got the rating, in 98, he brought Paul Hobbs in as a consultant. Paul Hobbs is world renowned. He's one of the big guys in California. He's right up there with Mondavi. Paul Hobbs makes you look up Hobbs Vineyards, and he's active. He's involved in Italy. He's involved in Argentina. He's involved here as a consultant, and some of the wineries he owns pieces of. Okay, this he doesn't, but at least I don't think he does. But Dan's son, who owns the winery, he was an architect. So he had him design, and he usually designs the ships. And their ships go for $100 million a ship. These big dollar ships. They're big ocean-going tankers. So what he did was he designed this vineyard. 60% of it is in the mountains. So he carved right into the mountain, to the hilltop, not the mountain, the hills. 60%, and everything's underneath. All the workings of the winery. So, and he has a gravity fed, so there's very little use or need for electric for pumps. And it's air temperature controlled. So they're very environmentally conscious. Matter of fact, he runs his shipping business in the same thing. Perfection, efficiency, cleanliness, environment. And his son built it, and it's a gorgeous place. He actually brought over fjord horses, ponies from Norway. He brought the ponies over because the way the vines were growing in the grass, suffocating them. He has the ponies, so he doesn't have to. So you have the ponies chewing on the grass like a goat or something. Keeps it all clean. That way he doesn't bring heavy machinery and put pressure by the grapes, And they use no pesticides, no herbicides. Everything. It took them about 8 years. When you see these people with when they go in and they try to make a place organic, it takes steps. You just don't come in and get a certificate in a year. It takes about 8 to 10 years to get the full certificate. Because they come in and checking you every year, look at what you're doing, how much testing the soil, see what you have. And they've achieved it. Now they've achieved it for the past 15 years, you know. So this wine, it's this is 90% Cab and 10% Shiraz, okay? And it's they call it a Cabernet Sauvignon, not a blend, but because it's more than, you know, it's 90%. But we'll give it a shot and see what we got here, you know. And once again, climate, they have it all there. Got the Andes Mountains, so you got the water coming down, like we did the other wine out of there, the Cabernet. It comes down, snow caps, that gives you the thing. You got great fertile soils, okay? This is that, you got the mineral soils in it, okay? You have great pitch, you know, there's no, and they call it the Alaloosh soil, right? You get that, the Alvaloo soil. It's you know, it's the mineral rock soil that's coming off the mountain ranges. Well, this is a big wine. This could be a bold one. Well, that's darker red. You can't even see your fingers in through there. This wine rates around 89, I think, and it sells for $13 a bottle, $12 a bottle. Okay, and it's a nice, because you know you get to pick different wines. You know, and if it's good, it's interesting, and it's being all organic. You know, boy, you got. Trying to get that. It's almost. You know what? It's like it's more of a cease or like a Manila than it is berry in here. You got some berry, but you almost have like a licorice. I wouldn't say pungent, but it's there. It's smooth. Smooth and you know, I wouldn't say young, but it's not as structured. I'd say like a youthful almost. I'm surprised for a Cab. It's 2017. This I would say is earthy, more earthy than mineral. Yeah, this is a little more earthy than mineral. Kind of interesting, right? You got a Viking coming down from Norwegian Viking coming down. He calls himself the Viking, right? They come down, bring fjord horses, build a winery. And you know, he picks the right people to manage. I wonder if this wine almost needs a little time to breathe. It shouldn't. It's a different style. It leaves something on the middle of the tongue. Got some legs. Not crazy about the nose. You know? It just has a little pungent, you know, it's different. I like licorice. I don't know what's licorice. Can't be. It's balanced. You know what? It's balanced, but it's young, but it has like The tannins, I'm not crazy about the tannins in it. They're a little abrupt for me, you know, for my taste. This would be, you know, in this kind of wine, you do a steak with this, a roast, root vegetables. Okay? Now, everybody, have a great night, and let's keep our distances, right? Let's keep the distances 6 feet apart. Enjoy yourselves. Say hi to your neighbor. Don't shake his hand. Just wave, okay? And let's keep everybody in our prayers and our thoughts, all those that are working to try to help us make this world a better place. It seems like the hospitals are doing better. Everything's doing better. So let's hope it stays that way, okay? God bless and good night. Take care.